The best fights in One Punch Man. Now, when talking about the best fights in One Punch Man, I mean, a few come to mind, such as Saitama versus Boros, Child Emperor versus Phoenix Man, Flashy Flash versus Hellfire and Gale, Tatsumaki versus Saika Soroji, Cosmic Garou versus Saitama. Hell, even put Platinum S versus Garou versus Flashy Flash up there, but one of them stands above them all. Now, I know this is my opinion, and I'm sure a few of you are pretty angry at me for not choosing Saitama versus Cosmic Garou, which is a close second, but all I can really say is you're wrong. And I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Like, you can, you know, your favorite fight could be, I don't know, Zombie Man versus Pure Blood for like I don't really care. But I'm just here to talk about Garou versus Darkshine. By the time this video releases, we probably would have hit 4K already, and I just want to say I love you. The reason I really feel like I like Garou vs Darkshine so much is because one, it's really fucking cool, and two, the fact that these characters literally couldn't be more different to each other, from appearance to their personalities to their personal goals, etc. And maybe I'm over analyzing these guys, but I find that really interesting. Darkshine as a character is really shallow and only cares about winning for his own self-esteem and image, and I don't think it would be a stretch to say that Darkshine probably doesn't even care about saving people as much as showing off his quote-unquote strength or completely overwhelming his opponents. And this is also where I think of Saitama as well, because Saitama is a hero for fun, but we see that a good part of the reason Saitama decided to become a hero was to save people, and in simple terms, do the right thing. For example, when Saitama came back to save Suiryu from Goketsu, it was clear that Saitama did this for the sole purpose of saving a life, and once again, being a hero. However, when Darkshine came to fight Garou, sure, he did technically save Puri, but did he do this to solely save Puri? I don't think so. Darkshine, even after shortly says this will be fun when he's about to face Garou, he really just wanted to see how strong he was compared to the infamous hero hunter Garou, which is what led to his eventual defeat. Because if Garou knew the boundless potential of Garou to continuously grow, he would not be as eager to face him as he initially was. It is even stated by the narrator that, is he really looking forward to a fight? No, he was looking for the thrill of victory. He would not throw himself into a struggle without a clear outcome of victory or defeat. And of course, this is a complete contrast to Garou, because we've seen Garou throw himself into fights, regardless of if he would win or not. Ironically, Garou is instinctively better suited to be a hero than Darkshine, the actual hero. And what exactly are each of them fighting for? Darkshine's reasons for fighting, as we've discussed, is very shallow. There's no real deeper meaning or purpose to what he's doing. But Garou is completely different. Garou fights the heroes to expose their hypocrisy, and it's clear that Garou does not like the way monsters go about things, so he fights them as well, because surprise surprise, Garou actually isn't really a bad person. Garou has been portrayed to be brutal and sometimes even evil, but we see on multiple occasions with Tario glimpses of him being an actual good person. Garou was always meant to be a hero, but went about it in a completely different way, and this all stems from when he was a kid, and we see that he was bullied for defending monsters, and from then he decided that he would bring about justice in his own way and unify everyone under absolute evil, and that's what he kind of did, you know, until time travel. But you can see the complete differences between these two characters, and there's a reason Darkshine lost, and that's because his reason for wanting to fight in the first place just was not strong enough. There was no real purpose for him to win apart from boosting his already massive ego, and as I said before, compared to Garou's reasons for winning, it's almost like a sorry excuse. Like, Darkshine is a very shallow character. I can't stress this enough. I'm not going to act like Garou is the most complex character to ever grace manga, but in this particular fight, he is far more complex and deeper than Darkshine in my opinion. And complexity doesn't equal winning a fight in most cases. But in this fight, I'm just saying, you could make some inferences to suggest that. And can we really talk about a One Punch Man fight without talking about the art? The art in this fight was out of this world. I mean, the art in all of Murata's fights are, you know, amazing, but there are a few panels in this fight that really made me think, yeah, this is the one. I couldn't be more appreciative to Murata for what he's done for One Punch Man, because without him, dare I say, One Punch Man would not be nearly as big as it is today. And of course, without One's amazing storytelling, we also wouldn't be here today reading this Japanese comic about a bold guy punching things, aka peak fiction. And I just want to take a bit of time out of this video to talk about the channel. And if you don't really care, then you can skip to the time frame shown on the screen. But if you've made it this far, then I'm sure you care. But let's talk about how things are going to change around here. I'm sure you guys have seen that I have not been uploading as frequently, and I'm sure you have also seen that in exchange for this, the overall quality of my content has also increased. So I'm sure you guys see what's going on here. You get what's going on. I've decided that I was kind of bored of doing the old style of, you know, every other day upload a 8-minute unscripted discussion about the recent events in the One Punch Man manga. And not only was I bored of this, but I just knew it was not sustainable. And I know I could produce stuff of way higher quality if I wanted to, but I sacrificed that for quantity. And I do want to cover other series and make videos like this one you're watching right now for other manga. But one thing that won't change is the chapter reviews of One Punch Man, because I just love covering the chapters. But apart from the bi-weekly, you know, chapter review, I will be working on higher quality content that may be One Punch Man based, like this one, or on some other series. But that's all I have to say, to be honest. After seeing Puri beaten on the floor, Darkshine asks who defeated him, and that is when Garou, who at this point has not woken up from his slumber and is moving unconsciously, appears from the broken wall and stares down at Darkshine. Darkshine smiles back and says this will be fun as he approaches Garou to start this crazy fight. Garou kicks off the fight and charges at Darkshine. However, with his insane durable body, Darkshine knocks Garou back and sends him flying. Garou then quickly recovers, and with his insane speed, he spirals around Darkshine and goes in with speedy kicks, in which Darkshine counters by smashing him with his fist, which causes Garou to wake up. Garou wonders where he is and how he ended up here fighting Darkshine, but Garou, being Garou, does not let this faze him and reads the situation and gets ready to continue fighting. Darkshine then goes in to punch Garou. However, Garou weaves underneath his huge fist and knocks Darkshine in his side and follows up with a downwards kick with his heel that smashes Darkshine into the floor. However, Darkshine, with no scratches, springs back up and continues to talk about how he will defeat Garou. Garou then responds by saying he will take care of both heroes and monsters and that they are all done for, but Darkshine charges at Garou with killing intent to crush him, and as Garou tries to use the water stream technique, it does not work, and as Darkshine connects, all the bones in Garou's ribs crack due to the impact and sends him flying through multiple pieces of rubble. And just as Darkshine had thought he had won, Garou sends rocks flying at his face, which does not affect Darkshine but surprises him, as he did not expect Garou to survive his attack. Garou then comments on the hypocrisy of the heroes and begins to unleash a flurry of attacks at Darkshine, which forces Darkshine to go on the defensive and wait for an opening for when he slows down. However, Darkshine after a while starts to realize that Garou is not letting up and instead is increasing his speed, causing him to, for the first time in his entire life, to consider the possibility of defeat. After this, Darkshine begins to panic and throws a super alloy bazooka at Garou, which Garou responds by throwing a punch back, and as they clash, Darkshine realizes that Garou had not only withstood his attack but had gotten considerably stronger in a short period of time. And of course, little did Darkshine know that Garou had begun to remove his limiter, which explains this rapid growth in strength. Garou then continues to attack Darkshine with speed, and as Darkshine tries to go in for a punch, Garou easily dodges and hits Darkshine in his abdomen and sends him flying backwards on the floor. Garou then mocks Darkshine about how he claimed he would stop him and menacingly looks at Darkshine as his new form is revealed. Darkshine then goes in to try and attack Garou once again, but he is quickly and easily countered by Garou's newfound speed and power. The narrator then begins to reveal the true nature of Darkshine and say how Darkshine never wanted to throw himself into struggle, but only wanted the thrill of victory, and when faced with a truly tough opponent, Darkshine simply crumbles and cannot overcome it. And in this case, the hurdle he cannot overcome is the hero hunter himself, Garou, as a beautiful double spread of Garou's power personified towering over Darkshine is revealed. In a fit of panic, Darkshine uses another super alloy bazooka which connects with Garou, but Garou, despite taking damage, pulls through and seems to heal thanks to his new form and charges straight back at Darkshine, kicking him in the abdomen and sending him flying to the floor, and says he will take Darkshine's arms as he pins him down brutally. Darkshine then lets out an eek in reaction to Garou's overwhelming power, which causes Garou to remember the bullying he and Tario faced as he saw Darkshine's helplessness similarly to those situations, and backs away and says, "It looks like I was bullying him," and says, "That's not the kind of evil I want to carry out." And at this point, it is clear that Garou is not a villain necessarily, and is instead an anti-hero who, I guess you could say, is taking his own approach in carrying out justice, as he sees heroes as morally questionable and hypocritical in their acts. Suddenly, Garou's shoulder begins to swell and cause him to drop in pain as the surrounding area begins to fall apart due to the fight between Tatsumaki and Saiko Sorochi. Darkshine is then put into a green bubble created by Tatsumaki as he is floated out of the collapsing Monster Association, lamenting on how pitiful he was and realizing that he had just lost this fight.